Power Day Bulldog Legend series continues with my partner in crime. 5 years we've been doing this Power Day thing, and Karlene Tyler has been a big part of that. But Karlene, I want to back up. I want to talk about how your relationship with McPherson College came to be. How'd you get there?
Well, I came as a student in 1971, and I was coming for just 1 year because I had taken a gap year before gap years were a thing between high school and college, and traveled. And then Dayton Rothrock called and said, "Do you want to come to college here?" And I thought, "Oh, okay." So they gave me a scholarship, and I came, and I was just going to stay for 1 year. But 42 years later, 45 years later, I'm still here.
Oh my God. Well, you mentioned the travel component, and so catch us up on what you've been doing since. I know you've been traveling, so.
Yep. The first summer I retired, which was not this past summer, but the summer before. I left home on the Thursday before Labor Day, went to the East Coast, visited lots of people from McPherson College and other acquaintances, and then drove back across the country to Arizona for a few weeks. My sister has a house there in Mesa, and then drove home. In total, I drove about 7,500 miles in 6 weeks, seven weeks or so. And then I left for China.
Okay.
For a month, and I was doing an HLC visit for Fort Hayes there, so that was great fun. And then this past summer I went to Uganda for the month of July to visit daughter of Bill and Connie English. They were friends that were here in McPherson, and Connie actually worked at the college for a while with me. So, and then I did go over Thanksgiving back to the East Coast and drove home again.
Wow. And I know travel has always been a part of your life, and can you talk about, as I reflect on your career, you've probably been responsible for about, would you say, 5,000 to 6,000 students graduating from McPherson College?
I suppose. I've never stopped to do the math, but yeah.
Well, you've mentored so many of us, and can you talk about some of the folks that influenced you and some of your mentors?
Sure. First of all, probably Paul Hoffman. He's the one that really got me back to McPherson College after Rick and I finished our master's degree. He invited us to come back and work at the college. So he was a big influence. Ed Butler, Dr. Butler certainly was. Norma Tucker. They all helped me in my journey at McPherson College as an employee. So those would be the biggest ones that I can think of. Sharon Knekel also, although that was short, but yeah, she certainly influenced me.
Oh wow. Some prominent names in our history. Well, Karlene, can you maybe hit upon what our theme this year is a Bulldog Forever. So what does that mean to you?
Well, as I retired and started traveling, basically everyone that I see and has been connected with the college almost at some point in time. Former students, former colleagues, and those friendships have lasted all these years, and I think will last forever.
Well, you've been very generous with your time. You've been very generous with McPherson College with your time, and financially you have been very generous with us, and we want to thank you for that. Power Day continues. The legend, Karlene Tyler.
It's a great day to be a Bulldog.